Listen, I don't know what the devil is trying to throw your way, but don't take the bait that's being dangled in front of your face. It's not what you think it is. And when you grab onto it, it's going to cause you to slip. The enemy of our soul loves to trick us into believing things will go our way if we just slip backwards. He tries to get us to take a bite of the apple over and over and over again. That has literally been his trick since the beginning of time. Whether it's worry, anxiety, pornography, old relationships, or even addiction. God is trying to show you that this new version of you gets stronger when you say no to that apple and yes to the relationship with God. You know, God has something better for you. And you've got to understand that God had to reveal the wolves in sheep's clothing that are salivating over your fall. Listen, the gates of hell are literally shaking because you are coming to your senses. And you are one step away from walking in complete freedom. You got to remember, God sees something that you don't, and he knows what's ahead. So don't take the bait. Listen, God is saying to someone right here, right now, the devil is only trying to flaunt that in your mind because of the call that is on your life. God is wanting to separate you from the weeds. He's going to build you and rebuild your confidence in this season. He's going to reestablish your footing, and the enemy knows his time is up in your life. That's why he's literally scrambling to get you to take the bait. But this time right here, you are stronger. Hebrews 4:15 puts it like this: for we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but one who is in every respect has been tempted as we are, yet without sin. So it's not what you think it is. Listen, you are stronger than you even know. And you're going to get through this just like you've gotten through everything in the past. So don't allow those thoughts of failure to drive you to a place of no return. 1 Peter 4:12 puts it like this: beloved, do not be surprised at the fiery trial when it comes upon you to test you, as though something strange were happening to you. So listen, it's within your obedience that you find that breakthrough. It's when you are able to stand 10 toes down on your answer and look at that devil and say, not today. Listen, I don't know who this message is for, and I don't know why God is putting this on my heart, but you are going to make it through this. And it's all going to work out better than you can even imagine. Listen, God had to let some of those things come to the surface, so that way it didn't crush you later. But we have to continue to press into God's voice and not let our flesh start calling the shots. 1 Corinthians 9:24-27 makes this point. Do you not know that in a race all runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it. Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wealth, but we an imperishable. So I do not run aimlessly. I do not box as one beating the air, but I discipline my body and keep it under control, lest after preaching to others, I myself should be disqualified. So keep showing up, keep making that next right decision, and don't forget, there's a whole generation of people that need your story. Because it's within that story of how God reached into your situation that is going to help so many. Listen, you hold the key. And that's why the devil has been after you for so many years. He's trying to literally snatch that key so that way he doesn't lose any more than he already has. Matthew 16, 18, and 19 shows us this. And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. So look, just remember who you are and whose you are, and watch how those chains just begin to disintegrate. You know, think about Jairus' daughter for a second with me. All hope seemed lost. You know, they even brought the report that this little girl was gone. But Jesus knew what the outcome would be, even with the delay that happened with the lady with the issue of blood. You know, we think it's not going to happen or that it's not happening because in our timing it seems slow. And maybe we feel like God has forgotten us. But Jesus said this to Jairus in Mark 5:36. Don't be afraid, just believe. So don't take the bait of the enemy and allow fear to set in. Don't allow the enemy to dangle that worry in your mind. He knows that if you take the bait right here, it would be just like Jairus leaving and telling Jesus, you know what, forget about it. She's already dead. But then he would have forfeited the miracle. He would have forfeited that very moment that he was able to see, and then he would have had to bury his daughter. But instead, he kept walking with Jesus, to which this happened in Mark 5:42. Immediately, Jesus, thank you for this. Immediately, the girl stood up and began to walk around. At this, they were completely astonished. So look, keep going. Keep walking with Jesus. Your miracle is just up ahead. And when God does it in your life, the ones who counted you out will be astonished in your comeback. Look right here at the end of this video, type this. Say, nah, not today, Satan. I got a miracle up ahead. Listen, I love you so much. I'll see you on the next one.